Hello everyone and welcome to Ocean Cadence. In our video today, we'll be undertaking the air starting system of a MAN B&W main engine and understanding how the engine starts in ahead and astern direction, the different components involved within this circuit and also the interlocks involved within the circuit and how the direction control valves and the other components play a critical role in this system. So let us start. As we can see that the diagram would traditionally consist of DCVs that indicate the stop, start, ahead and astern operations, also the radial distributor and the air starting valve itself. In addition to it, there would be the slow turning valve and the main line which consists of the 30 bar main air used for the starting of the engine. Various DCVs involved in the network are visible in addition to the fuel pump and the puncture valve, and also the fuel pump camshaft follower assembly and the reversing gear. The lines would indicate the control air of 7 bar and also the main air of the 30 bar. In addition to this, you will have the turning gear interlock and how it plays an important role in the triggering of the system. Now, moving ahead, in the initial position, we'll have the stop valve operational, under which we'll see from the valve 5, the valve 8 would be the one in which the operation goes forward, and from there an air signal is put onto the top of the puncture valve, thereby not allowing the movement of high pressure fuel into the system, and also the triggering of the valve 13, which only allows the control air to go as far as the valve 12 or 14 and under the condition when the valve 16 is operated. As we can see that it is only in the condition where the turning air interlock, which is basically also a representative of the interlock system on the main starting air assembly, is removed or deactivated when the control air is further allowed to flow into the network and thereby create the or allow the sequence of operations further. As we can see that this directly affects the valves 6, 5, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And these are all critical ones which are responsible for the reversing gear, starting, ahead and astern operations. Now imagine a situation when the ahead direction movement is set in the position in the control room. This will further activate the valve 14 and this will allow the 30 bar air into the distributor under the condition when the valve 16 is operated. It will also operate the valve 11, which will allow the air to the fuel pump cam follower servo motor. After the setting of the ahead direction, when the lever is put into the start position, it will activate the solenoid valve 4. This will in turn operate the valve 6, which will then go and thereby operate the valve 9. This will allow air to operate the automatic valve. Also, it will operate the valve 16, which would then allow the main air into the starting air distributor. However, in a situation where the valve 15 is activated, it would only allow the operation of the slow turning system as a consequence of the triggering of the slow turning valve. On the other hand, let us imagine a situation where instead of ahead, it would be the astern direction in which the movement has to be made or triggered. In that case, the valve 3 would subsequently then lead to the operation of the valve 12 and thereby the valve 10. It is this valve 10 that would be responsible for the motion of the reversing gear or the camshaft follower mechanism. And in conjugation with valve 13, the valve 12 would be responsible for the admittance of the control air into the radial distributor system, albeit in a different direction, and thereby allowing the radial distributor to further supply the main air during the start sequence into the designated unit dependent upon the reversing sequence. The control sequence can be triggered as a consequence of the operation of the local control system, which would be consisting of the administration of 5 and 6, or also the remote control signals that would thereby be sent further to the local stations and then cause the further triggering of the system or the circuit. In addition to these auto sequence valves, the system of the 30 bar main air supply would also have a manually operated, or basically the manual valve as we know it in the system, which would be of non-return design and which acts as a manual fail-safe intervention in the line of the supply of the main air into the selective unit for the starting of the engine. It is also important to note that the valve 6 has a 1 second timer delay fitted to itself. The main purpose of this time delay is to allow the main starting valve to remain open, and by doing so we allow the supply of air to reach those cylinders that are in the start position. An important function of the manual valve or the shutoff valve on the main line is also described as its utility during the maintenance part and the isolation part during the maintenance of the main starting air line and the different elements which are involved in the system. So for example, per se, if you are to carry out any work on the starting air distributor or also the starting air valve and the safeties within the system and checks, then it is the manual isolation valve which provides an additional fold of safety and isolation while carrying out this work. The reversing servo motor, as shown in the diagram, is also fitted with a relieving mechanism or relief valves. The purpose of providing this in the design is to make sure that the operation of this servo motor and the simultaneous reversing is through dam operation, and this is done to make sure that there is no erratic reversing and also thereby no damage caused to the system and the transition during the reversing operation, even though timed, but is smooth. Also, if you want to understand the sequence of operations that take place through the valve 12, 13 and 14 and how the radial distributor in itself is responsible for the admittance of air into the correct unit and how the operation of the radial distributor as such takes place, you can visit one of the initial videos on our channel where we have described the operation of the starting air distributor system. I hope that this brief operational simulation of the starting air system helps you to understand how in actual operation the starting air system is triggered and how the operation of the important elements and thereby finally the starting air valve takes place, thus allowing the admittance of the 30 bar air into the system and the starting or the operation of the engine in the ahead and the astern direction. Following up to this, we would also be covering the important topic of the reversing of the main engine and the maneuvering diagram that is closely associated to the reversing of the main engine in a separate video altogether. Please make sure to like our video and subscribe our channel and share it with your colleagues actively to help our channel grow. Thank you.